Hi, everyone. There's somebody here. I bet it's Diane. Yeah, there's one person here. This is Shirley from Shirley's World Vlog. I'm a reseller on eBay and Poshmark, and I'm on YouTube several times a week. Also, I do other types of videos on YouTube other than reselling. But today I have a surprise about the reselling. I actually went to get some thrifted items today, but I went back to that Crazy Bins place. Uh, I'm not sure whether to talk about what happened in the coop today first or toward the end. Maybe I'll leave it toward the end, but I don't want to start the whole video either. So let's just chat a minute. Yeah, if anybody's here, say hi. Yes, today, Thursday, I had my doctor appointment. Janet Kay and Donna, you're the first ones here. Hi. Yeah, this morning at 10:40, I had my doctor appointment, just a follow-up appointment. And it's not much of anything. You just sit there and talk to the doctor, ask him any questions you have. I mean, it's something I could do on the computer. I don't know why I have to actually go there. Because from now on, I have it's funny that because I am a medical person, but I do have white coat syndrome, and what that means is it shoots your blood pressure sky high when it's taken at the doctor's office. It's different than when you take it at home. I take my blood pressure quite often, not every single day, but I knew I was going to the doctor, so I took it last evening, and then I took it once this morning, and I take that reading with me, and I give that to the doctor. That's what he goes on now, because he knows it's so much different than when they take it. So the nurse came in and she took my blood pressure. It was sky high. And she took it again after we talked a little bit. It was still sky high. I said, don't even write that down. He doesn't pay any attention to that. And yeah, so I think she wrote it down anyway, but he didn't even mention it. So I gave him my slip of paper, and that's the one he used for my blood pressure. Believe me, if my blood pressure would spike that high and stay up that high at home, I would be in the ER, because I have taken myself to the ER a few years ago when my blood pressure went sky high, but it stayed sky high. And he changed my medication a little bit because of that. But now it's been good ever since then. I do take 2 medications, one in the morning, one in the evening. So I told the nurse, I said, I can refuse to have my blood pressure taken. She said, that's right. I said, well, from now on, I'm just going to refuse to have it taken in the office, and I'll just bring it with me. Because it's so upsetting to everybody, and it's upsetting to me. I hate to, hear them tell me what it is in the office. I'd rather not have to worry about that. I know what it is at home. You have the same thing, Undercover? Yeah, a lot of people do. I'm surprised, and it's the nurse in the office said, it's a lot of medical people have it. Here, the nurse taking my blood pressure today also has it. So, yeah. So the doctor appointment didn't amount to much, just sitting there talking. He listens to my heart, listens to my chest. That's about it. And he asked me this time, he's doing that AI thing on his charting. So he asked me if it was okay with me. And I guess it actually records what I'm telling him and then it puts it on the chart. He doesn't even have to do that now. But he says what it does is it charts what you say for me and I can sit here and actually talk to you and look at you, which is better, you know. Yeah. Hi, Jane. Yeah, Jane. There's Diane. Hi, everybody. Hi. Yeah, we got 6 people here. So after the doctor appointment, I went to the Crazy Bins. You remember the place I had gotten those things for $1 or $1.25? They are really each. They have the big bins like the Goodwill bins, but these are all new items. They're pulls from stores. And both times I've been there, they look like they're a lot of pulls from Target. The Target, they're sort of okay brands. But I got 12 items for $15. Yeah, so I'll be showing you that. I didn't even feel like going, to tell you the truth, because this morning, when I went to let out the chickens this morning, it's the first thing I do in the morning. I open their little pop door and they usually, run out. That I only have I only had 2 chickens left. So they run out. Well, the white chicken, Susie, ran out. And then she sort of stood at the bottom and she waits for Coco, which is the black chicken. It's a cocoa it's a chocolate marin, copper marin. It's a black copper marin. It's the one that used to give me the really dark brown chocolate looking eggs and chocolate colored eggs. But she didn't come, for the first few seconds. So I looked up through the pop door and I see her. She's laying on the floor of the coop. So, yeah, that's, my chickens, both of these girls are old for chickens. They're like 8 or 9 years old. And I was only getting 1 egg. And I thought it was from Coco. I'm pretty sure it was from Coco because it is a darker egg. And Susie, when she laid, maybe I'll get another one someday, but she very seldom lays an egg anymore, but they were much lighter colored. So I go up into the coop, and poor Coco is not quite, dead yet, but she's close. So I just sort of sat with her and petted her and talked to her, and then I went out and gave treats to Susie, who's still looking for Coco to come out. And so I give Susie her treats, and I had some watermelon. And she didn't even want any watermelon. She was still looking up through the pop door. So then I put the dog in the house and I went into the coop. And by that time, just that short time, she was gone. She was dead. So I closed the pop door so so Susie wouldn't go up in the coop, and went in the house, and I fed the dog, fed the cat, gave the cat her insulin, and then I went out with a towel. You want to wrap your chicken if you're going to bury it. I'm gonna wrap it in something that will, you know, not no plastic, something that will compost down. So either paper or fabric, something like that. So I have a whole bin of old towels downstairs, very thin, hardly anything to them anymore. So I had a good sized towel. I took it up and I wrapped her in it, and I put her outside the coop, waiting up high where nothing could get at her, especially the dog, and went in the house. And in a little while, I called my handyman, Mark, because I have such trouble digging a hole. Now, it doesn't have to be a real big hole. And the only place I have found that it's easier to dig a hole, is in the compost pile. So on the back end of the compost pile is where I plan to bury her. But for me to climb up on the compost pile and dig a hole, it would be very difficult. So I called Mark, but he wasn't answering. He's probably at somebody else's house. I'm not his only customer. And I told him what was going on, and I asked him if he would just stop over today or tomorrow and just help me dig, a small hole. But I didn't hear from him all day today. So if I don't hear from him by tomorrow morning early, I'm going to call Jolene, and I'm sure she'll come over. I call her for everything. Yeah. I didn't want to call her if I could have Mark come. But I will call her. Now, he may call tomorrow. I don't know. If I can't get a hold of anybody, I will try to dig a hole. But here's the sad part about the whole thing. The sad part is, thank you, Donna and Diane. The sad part is poor Susie, the white chicken. After I got home from the doctor, I went right out there, and she's just standing in the first run there, where the dog kennel run, just waiting. She's just standing there waiting. And I sort of shoot her out into the run, and she just is standing looking for Coco. And yeah, chickens do mourn. I found that out through the years for sure. And now she's a single chicken. Chickens are social. They're so very social. They like to be in a flock. Now, I have read and I have seen people that actually have house chickens that have a chicken in the house. And they make chicken diapers, believe it or not. But I have a dog that's a bird dog. And a cat, I'm not so sure how she'd probably be all right, but not the dog. That means the chicken would have to be shut up in my bathroom, barred in there for sure. So I don't know. It's not going to be a problem till winter, because in this nice weather, she's going to want to be out. I mean, she's not going to want to be cooped up in a coop or a bathroom. So I don't have to make any kinds of decision of what to do. If I could find someone that I knew with a flock that would just take her. I mean, she's no longer laying eggs. It's just, an elder care type of thing. But I always said if I would have one chicken left, I would bring it in the house in the winter. Because just think, my chickens never did go out in the snow, and they stayed in the coop all the time, but they had other chickens with them. Just think how it would be. It would be like being in prison, to be in the coop all by herself. So I may ask people at Tractor Supply if they know somebody. I'm sure they do, that would take a chicken for her last couple years. She's very healthy looking. She was healthier looking than Coco for sure. Another sad part about this, well, it's sort of a tender thing. I went to clean out the nesting boxes like I do every day, and here is an egg, one of Coco's, her last egg. She gave me an egg either yesterday late afternoon or during the night. She gave me an egg, her last egg. But yeah, that is sad. I have loved having chickens, but I am just too old to raise baby chicks. The other choice would be for me to order a couple pullets. Pullets are started chicks. They're old enough to be outside. They don't have to be in your house anymore. They're young chicks just about to start to lay. They're sort of at that gangly stage, They're smaller, but they're half grown, but they're not chicks anymore. They can be out in the weather. They're fully feathered. That's my other choice, to get a couple pullets. So I don't know what to do. Yeah. Yes, Janet, that's what happened. Coco, my beautiful black Marin, my copper Marin chicken. Yeah, it's very sad. I've had these chickens for 8-9 years. And I was very connected to my chickens because, it's not like having a flock of 20 or 30 chickens. When you have, the most chickens I ever had were 8. I think I ordered 10 at one time, but 2 of them didn't make it as chicks. There was something wrong with them as chicks. So the most I've had in a flock is 8. I loved having chickens, but they take a lot of care in the very beginning. I don't know. If you put her in a new home, they would separate her, and they would, just like I would have to do if I'd bring a couple pullets there. Even though they're young chickens, you still have to, she doesn't want them coming into her, what she thinks is her flock, even though it's just her, and they'll fight a little bit. So you have to sort of put them next to each other where they can see each other, but not be able to get at each other for maybe a couple weeks it takes. I've done this before with flocks that I've introduced, and they would have to do the same thing. I'm sure chicken people all know about this. So I don't know. You don't know how she'd do. So, yeah, I don't know what to do. I have to think about it some more. So anyway, let me see if this is Bumblebee. Yes. Yes, Bumblebee's on the phone. She's on her phone watching this, so she can't talk on the chat. And she says, please get pullets for Susie. Yeah, I'll have to see what to do. Everybody's saying hi to you, Bumblebee. Anyway, I have a little haul here of a dozen things that I got for $1.25 each. And I thought maybe, I didn't know how this worked exactly from week to week, because there's a lot of the same things in the bins that I saw 2 weeks ago. So whether they just keep getting them from the store or whether they don't change them out, maybe they wait a month. I don't know how it works exactly. But I didn't get any of the same things. Yeah, it's very good deals for me. They're not the best, there are no boho items here, but I haven't been selling high-end items anyway. So, yeah. So let me show you what I got. I think this first thing is really cute. Most of these are Target brands. This is Wild Fable. You're not going to get a huge amount of money. Now that they're all new with tags, this has a $28 tag on it. This is a little cropped. It's a size small, little cropped cardigan in a gray. And these little roses on here are actually little roses, sewn on there. And they're all over the front, buttons down the front, and it's cropped, long sleeves. And it is so soft. It is made of recycled polyester, but I'm telling you, this is baby butt soft. So soft. So I think that's really cute. It's a size small. I couldn't find any larger sizes. They had extra, extra small and extra small in this. So that is the first thing. And then I got a couple plus sizes. They have a couple bins that are just plus sizes. This is an Ava and Viv. And it is a flare, high-rise, fitted hip and thigh. It's a size 24 and it's stretchy denim. So it's black denim. They're new. Where's it? Oh, the tag's this. Yeah, new with tags and flare leg, black denim in a size 24. They had jeans from this brand all the way up to 30, but I got this 24. They had white too. I just got this one. And shorts. They had shorts. Denim shorts. And then I got one other, I think, plus size is this sweater. And this is also Ava and Viv. Where are you? Ava and Viv, and it's a 3X. And it has a price tag of $32 on it. And it's a powder blue boat neck ribbed sweater. It's just a nice wintry sweater in this pretty powder blue. And I think that's the only plus size. There may be another one. Then I saw these. These are rayon, and they are by A New Day. And these are extra small. I thought these are so cute. Now, there's no tag hanging on these, but there were other ones like this in another color that had tags. So I'm assuming this is new without tags. It also has 2 pockets, one on each side, but it's this tropical leaf print in this sort of a bright olive green and wide leg, very comfortable looking pants. Yeah, elastic back, pull on pants by A New Day, extra small, rayon. This piece is linen. Linen and something else. Rayon, maybe. I looked at it before. It felt like linen for sure. That's why I looked at it. Linen and rayon. Mostly linen, though. So it's by A New Day. And it's like a tank top, but it just ties, has 3 ties in the front. So a nice summer top. It has a split hem, blue and white stripe, big V-neck, size extra large. Oh, here's the tag. Yeah, $25. So I thought that was cute. When I see anything striped, I pull it out because I like stripes, evidently. And so anything I see in the bin thing that's striped, I pull it out. Here's a pair. No, this is a skirt, a little mini skirt. This is by Universal Thread, which is also Target. It's a little denim skirt, a little size 2. It says Western on here. And $25 price tag. Cute little denim skirt. And another pair of lounge pants, pull-on pants. This is by A New Day, extra small, regular. These have pockets also, but it's this cute gingham, black and white gingham check. And the top is elastic. It also has a cord pull. You can pull it tighter. So wide leg, just cute little comfy pull-on pants. And then I saw these. I pulled these out because they were stonewashed. This is by, where are you here? Ava and Viv, again, new with tags, has a $36 tag on it. 36. It's straight. RECT. RECTO. Straight. I don't know what that means. These are a size 16. They have a button fly. There's a couple things about these. They have a button fly. They're stone washed. And they have a wide cuff. And this is stitched up there. And then a raw hem. So very different. Wide cuff. I don't know if those are popular or not. But there's a straight leg. Size 16 regular. So I like stonewashed things. So those are the other pair of jeans. I think that's all the jeans I got. They had lots of lots of different jeans. They had a whole denim outfit, like a like long sleeve top. I almost got it, but it was so heavy. It was black. It was black heavy denim, like you'd wear to work. I forget what they're called when they're the whole outfit. Long sleeve, buttons all the way down, into jeans. Has a waist and everything. Like a whole jumpsuit type thing. It's a serious, like, work thing, I think. This is a nice pair of pants. These are by A New Day, and they're size 10. They have a $32 price tag on them. They have a button and zipper and elastic on the back. And they're straight leg or wide leg. And they're this muted olive color. They have pockets front and back. I think these are, well, maybe these aren't real. Let me see. Nope. Those are fake pockets on the back. So a nice pair of olive pants. Most of this stuff needs ironed, I'll tell you right now. So there's only a couple things I can put on immediately. And I got a dress. This is by Universal Thread, and it's a size extra small. It has a price tag of $30 on it. It has, maybe I'll try to show it to you here. It has a long, it's sleeveless. The waist goes below the waist, and this is very form-fitting, the top, and it's all stretchy. And then you have a knit bottom, and it has pockets on each side, and it is maxi. It's a maxi dress, but this is stretchy, pleated. I forget the name of that. When it's like that, there's a name for that. Does anybody know? It's called Crazy Bins. Cute for Valentine's. Yeah. So a cute dress, I thought. They had this in another color, real light pink too. I probably should have got that too. It may have been like a size I didn't want. And a couple more things here. Now this is the opposite. This is a mini dress or a short above the knee dress. This is by Universal Threads. It's new with tags, as is everything. Extra small, $28 price tag. It has cap sleeves. It's a lighter olive color. It's just a short dress, buttons down the front, has a collar, and the back has a little tie that you can tie and sort of cinch in the waist. But let me see what this is made of. This is, sort of feels a little linen-y. Yes, linen and rayon. So nice fabric. Cute little dress. I don't think it's really mini. I think it's like just above the knee dress. Comfy. And one more thing. A new day, another new day. Has a price tag of $25. It's just a little sleeveless top. It's a crop top, pullover top. It's that crepey fabric. It's black and it has a goes to the waist with a elastic waist. So something you can wear with a lot of things. It has a wide V neck by Universal Threads. Or no, a new day. So that is what I got. I'm pretty satisfied with what I got. Yeah, I'm liking these. I'm liking this store. But because I was upset about the chicken and I had other plans too. I was going to go to Aldi and get the couple things I had forgotten the other day. And I just didn't feel like it. So you know what I did? I went to Starbucks and I got the biggest coffee I ever got. I got the Venti. I usually get the one under that. Forget now what it's called, but I guess there's one even above the Venti called a Trenta or Trenti. I looked these up. What did I get? A Venti. A Venti. A Venti is 24 ounces. And this other one that's so big called a Trenti only comes in cold drinks is a Venti. It's 31 ounces. I never even got up to, this is my first Venti. But I got a caramel Frappuccino, half the ice, and it just tasted wonderful. But then I also got a breakfast sandwich. So I had these two things, and because I had already decided I wasn't going to stop at Aldi. So yeah, took the sandwich home, and the dog and me shared it. And I drank my coffee, every little bit of it. All on my Starbucks card that I can probably use for the next. I don't go there that often, so I had close to $200 on there. Everybody would always give me Starbucks cards for whatever, and I just put them on my gold card. So I'll have to look and see how much money I still have on it. I'm sure it's over $150 I still have on it. But that is it for today. I have to, I went out this afternoon and I sat with the chicken out in the run. I gave her some, I took some kibbles, cat kibbles. They can have a little bit of those and some blueberries. And I throw her some and I coaxed her out. I have a chair out in the run and I sat with her like an hour and I fed her. I was hoping to feed her by hand, but she wouldn't take it out of my hand yet, but she will. If I do this, if I sit out there with her whenever I can, I'm going to try to sit with her every day a little bit. Yeah, because, yeah, she's having, she's in mourning right now, or she doesn't know what happened, I don't think. Maybe I should have let her go up and see the chicken when she had already passed. I don't know. It's hard to know what to do. But anyway, I have to make a decision what to do with poor Susie. And yeah, I could still be a crazy chicken lady if I would get a couple more. I don't know if there's a if you have to get if you can get just two. They may have you may have to order more. I know with chicks you have to order, I think, at least 6, but not with pullets. I think you can order 2. I have to look into that some more. I almost did it at one time a couple years ago, but then I canceled. So, yes, tomorrow will be burial day, funeral day for the chicken. And I will go sit with my chicken as much as I can and try to get to hand feed her. So thank you for watching and understand this crazy person here. And yeah, I have some ironing to do and I'll try to get these things up because for the last few days I've had nothing to put on. Maybe next week, if I feel up to it, I will also visit Goodwill and see what they have. So I'm going to close for now. See if this is Bumblebee. She thinks I did the right thing not to show Susie. You need babies for her. No, I don't need babies. She's not. If she was broody, yeah, you could do that, but she doesn't go broody. If you put babies under her, she would just peck at them and like they were, no, they don't get motherly unless they go broody. You can't do that. Just a few, and maybe Penny can take a vacation at Jolene's. Yeah. Jolene just gave me her vacation days. They're going someplace. She can't be here next week, at least on Wednesday, but then she gave me another day she'll be here. But then in a couple more weeks, they're going on a vacation for 10 days or something. But yeah. When I had Dexter, my pointer that I had before Penny, Penny would go over and do the daycare with Jolene once in a while. And she loved it. But Penny, because she's been attacked by dogs, she doesn't like to be by dogs. And the only dog that she seems to like is Jolene's one, her Aussie, that she walks with. She's sort of afraid of other dogs. So I can't take her over to Jolene's daycare place. Yes, Rome, I can get pullets. I can buy some pullets, which are like, they're past the chick stage where I don't have to have them in the house. I can put them right out in the coop, but you have to separate the pullets that come from Susie just for a little bit until she gets, she gets it in her head that they're going to be part of her flock. It's a whole chicken thing. But yeah. But I'm going to think about that. I do look. I always look, and they do have some. She's a cochin. She's a white cochin chicken. Beautiful feathers. Beautiful white fluffy feathers. They're soft. They're softer than the other chicken's feathers. And they do have some white cochins. And they have some other neat kinds too, but I don't know. Another decision I have to make. So let me close for now, and I will start working on this inventory tomorrow, start ironing it, and babysit my chicken for a while. Always something. So I will see you Sunday for what's sold. Oh, here's what I wanted to do. I've only sold one thing today, and I'm going to show it to you now. And then tomorrow morning, I won't have to do a ship with me if that's all I get. Now, if I get something else this evening, I'll do a ship with me. But if not, this is going to take place of it. This is just a tiny little sports bra by Elphalet. It's royal blue. It's nylon and has removable pads, and it's an extra small. So you can't really see. It's sort of strappy in the back. It says Alpha on it right there. And it was sold on eBay. I took a best offer of $9 for it. So they have to pay shipping also. So this is going out tomorrow. But if I get something else, I will have a ship with me video. But if not, that's it. I'll have to wait till next day. But I'll be back on Sunday at 4 o'clock to show you what I sold all week. It's not much, but we'll do it anyway. So thank you for joining me and understanding. And I will see you then. Bye.